So you have to admit, we have to be honest here. We have to be truthful. We have taken in far too many people, refugees from other countries, from Ukraine, from Timbuktu, from Howie's house, from every part of the fucking world, literally at this stage. We're taking in everybody. And I'm sure people can agree, we are a very small country compared to other countries in the European Union, like France, Germany, Poland, Italy. They're bigger countries with bigger populations, with bigger resources. We're a small island with a house in crisis with thousands and thousands of people homeless before anybody even turned up on boats and planes and stuff like that. We were in trouble beforehand with our own people and stuff like that. And not to add an extra 100,000 to it, because it's way over 100,000 now. If they can, so they say, it's probably more like 300,000 in the last 2 years. So nearly a 6% increase in the population, just to say, for a small country the size of Ireland. For other countries like Germany and stuff like that, that'd be a drop in the ocean. A 6% increase. What I'm trying to say is, when is it going to end? Because you can't continuously do this. It's going to cost the state. It is costing the state every day of the week a bomb, and we simply can't afford it. It's simply that the state can't afford it, and particularly it simply can't go on. We have nowhere to put these people. We have nowhere to put the people that are living in the country at the moment. Let alone take more people and try and put them somewhere. You have nowhere to put them, and particularly because again they've turned the whole country upside down. They've closed different sporting venues, different things, hotels at capacity in some places because they've rammed in as many people as they could in the hotel rooms, and the government are paying the hoteliers and stuff, and there's nowhere for tourists to go, etc., etc., etc. And it's not being racist so far right or like that. It's just you have to talk sense. You have to be sensible here. The way that it's going at the moment, maybe it could have lasted a year, but if it's going to go on another 10 years, we see at the moment the whole country's at breaking point. We simply cannot take in thousands and thousands of people every week and expect to give them a 5-star hotel and a new house and stuff like that. It's impossible. Even a big country couldn't do it. We have to be honest with ourselves. We can't be just in Lululand and make up figures and make up examples and stuff like that. And it's as simple as that. We cannot do it. As simple as that. We can't do it. We have done enough. I think we have done enough. At what we should have done when the Ukraine thing happened, we should have only took in at most, and this has been generous, 15,000, and that would have been the most we would have took in. That's all we would have took in. All women and children. As we see at the moment, in a lot of cases, there's a lot of people turning up from Albania, Georgia, from countries that are not at war, as far as I know. There's people turning up from Libya. There's people turning up from Timbuktu. That's nothing to do with any war or anything like that. And they're turning up, and they're not from Ukraine and stuff like that. It doesn't make any sense. And especially when the government are saying we're taking in so many Ukrainians and stuff like that. And the same thing too, and this might sound offensive and stuff like that, but at the same time we have to talk with the elephant in the room too. And why so many Ukrainians are turning up with big Porsches and stuff like that, and big BMWs and stuff like that. And I see it myself. I've seen it in some of the houses around the town. There's big floats of cars and stuff like that. I'm walking and I don't have a car and stuff. I couldn't afford tax and stuff. So I don't know where they're getting the money for that. We have to ask questions about that. Is the government giving them cars? We don't know. And I know a lot of people in Cavan have talked about that. It's been very noticeable. It's very good that they got modular homes and they have cars on top of that. So they're not doing too bad, some of them, to be considered refugees. And as I say, we should look at the word refugee, claiming asylum and stuff like that. Because obviously there's people who turn up that are nearly multi-millionaires, to be totally honest at this stage. They have more money than the only Joe Walker in this country. There's questions that need to be asked there, let's put it that way. Because if they can afford accommodation themselves and stuff like that, they can well afford to do that, That's just my opinion on. But the country is literally full, and let's put it that way. It's simply impossible that we could do it any further or go any further. And it's not that it's been racist. I'm sure everybody would agree. We'd love to help out people. We'd love to help people. In Ireland in particular, we know ourselves. We've faced hard times in the past and stuff like that. But at the same time, we can't put our own people and our own state in difficulty. We simply can't do that. The old saying was years ago, look after your own house before you go looking after somebody else's house. And that's the truth. You have to look after your own place before you go out and help somebody else. And it's all well and good trying to help people and look after the world and stuff like that. But we simply have to face reality. That Ireland is a small country with only a few million people. We're not going to save the world, as simple as that. It's the same with what's happening in the Middle East at the moment. Ireland cannot save the world. It's simple as that. Ireland has no ability to save the world. The United States, other big European countries, have the power to have money and economics and the resources, the manpower and stuff like that to do things to make the world a better place and stuff like that. But Ireland simply does not have the capacity. Just look around for 5 minutes and then you're going to be like, yeah, I can see where you come from, because you see the health service, you see crime, you see, the whole country's basically, in every section of it, it's starting to fall, crumble to pieces. And it simply cannot, it simply cannot go on. And we simply cannot pile more people into the problem. So yeah, thank you.